Me, Davey B. As you guys know, I had one scheduled that I had to reschedule because he was an artist in the wrap off, and we're gonna wait and do them when Cody Crazy is ready. Also, big ups to B's Creations. Big ups to Toledo Hemp Center out there at Miracle Mile. Big ups to Brad the Plow Guy for keeping our vets not plowed in. Um, Big ups to my crew, and big ups to our newest family member Ty to the Nation of Elevation. Big ups to all the artists who keep pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to keep doing this. We're pushing year number 6, and it's been fun. Um, let's see. So today, like I said, I had one scheduled, and what happened was when I scheduled it, I scheduled it not thinking about what we had going on with the wrap off. So, um, hold on, I'm trying to get all these damn lives up. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Why the fuck did they even make Android phones?
Because Android came out before. No, Apple came out before Android. My bad.
Either
I don't
or.
know. Because I guess people decided Apple needed a competitor.
I'm an Android man and I ain't changing.
Yeah, we can tell you're slow as fuck. All right. So, as you know, we're gonna sit here and they're gonna ask me a series of questions. If y'all got questions for them to ask me, just type it in there, and Tyler, I see you will see it there.
Yes,
Pulling it
sir.
up
And
now.
and with that being said, I will be sharing this throughout the groups as he's asking me them guys are asking me the questions. And who knows? And Andrew's in here, so he'll have some questions. With that being said, y'all go ahead and introduce yourself because I'm just a guest today.
How you guys doing? I'm Ty.
Metal Mike.
Moron Mike.
All right, so I'm gonna just jump right in and start off strong.
Well, wait, whoa. So they know that moron, and they know that guy well. What's your name?
I'm
Metal
Ty.
Mike.
Metal Mike. And what
Metal
is it?
Mike.
What is? Tell me something about you, real quick.
Tell me something about me. I'm in recovery.
My dude, my dude. Good fight. Keep fighting the good fight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now you,
I'm Ty.
and tell me something about yourself.
Um, I'm a major ass pothead.
Fuck, dude, you guys have no idea.
I'm also gonna be the one that's gonna help Dave start running the Nation of Elevation pages and all that. Help him get set up with some merch. You guys need any tech support on the pages? Got any requests for anything? Don't be afraid to hit me up. I'll
What up,
get with
Scrap?
Dave and we will make shit happen.
We're gonna make it happen.
And I got my own shows coming up.
Yep, Mike's gonna start his podcast out dealing with with quote unquote small businesses. And that'll be done in the Georgia Cobb County area. He's going to start out with small businesses and work his way up to whatever he decides to do. That's also a part of the Nation of Elevation. So what's going on is these guys today, like for 3 weeks, these guys have been in my ass. Well, not so much Tyler, but these guys have been in my ass. Like, you need to do another interview on you, a recap on you. Well, I'm not that interesting of a person. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. I smoke hella pot, hella wax, and I chill and I take care of what needs to be taken care of. But that's my version of me. You know what I mean? I'm just as normal as the next guy. But these guys seem to think different. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in. Tyler will see them. And you guys got the floor. Do what you do.
All right, I'll start it off, Mike. Don't worry. I got you. I'll carry you on this one. I'm just playing.
I appreciate you, bro.
Like I said, I'm going to just come right out and start off strong. So we know you're the founder of the Nation of Elevation. When you founded this, what were some things that you were hoping that was going to happen with this group?
First and foremost, I didn't start anything.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that.
Russ
when you and Russ
started the Nation of Elevation,
when you two founded it,
it was. Are you there?
Yes.
My computer was saying some dumb shit. It was solely about the marijuana. You know, we found different weeds, different fire ass weeds from all over the fucking place, and we would bring them back, smoke them, and talk about them. Russ said, I think it was Russ. I'm sure it was Russ. Said, you know, you deal with all these rappers and artists. Why don't you do a show about interviewing them or something? So that was 5 years ago in October. So that's what we did. That's what we did. And I've met a lot of interesting people. I've met a whole bunch of people that I consider family, you know, not just artists, rappers, or whatnot. You know what I mean? Even though we don't talk on a day-to-day basis, I still love y'all and I still got y'all's back. That's for sure. Keep sending me the music and I will keep sharing it all over my area. But I don't get, I mean, I'm about to start getting, but I don't get nothing in return for this. You know what I get in return? You know what me and Russ and I get out of return? In the last 5 years, we've learned more about music than one person should know. You know, I don't know how to mix and master or any of that, but I do know that I could do it if there was an instruction manual in front of me. I could do it. You know what I mean? It would just not be that simple. Now, why don't I do that? Well, that's because if I, for say, needed something mixed and mastered and whatnot, I would call my homies out at Loudface, you know, Teddy Loud and or Val's Vicious at Hangar 18, or if I'm out here, I will call Cody at Lagodi Entertainment. You know what I mean? So there's really no reason for me to learn to do that. There's
not when you can go out and help support these local people that are already embracing on their journey on it.
There's too many people surrounding me that does it. So, You know what I mean? If I stay focused. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a musician by any means. But the art of underground music to me is that's music to me because you're getting somebody's real reactions and real feelings and real, the realness of what's going on. You're not getting this, for example, you're not getting these rap music that's got I killed this person, blah 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 blah, whatever happened, when you know that person and you know damn well that's not what they did. But if you
All right.
listen to the underground music, if you really listen to underground music, the heart of underground music is like no other, bro. I can sit here and listen to anything you put in front of me, and I do. And my household listens to underground music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe that once you're mainstream, I would foresay I would promote as heavy as I did because obviously you made it. And B, I'm still promoting the underground music because I think the underground music that you created was the real you, not the $1 million rapper. Foresight.
Okay.
All right.
So
Let me
you go ahead, Mike.
fire one off at you. Um, Aside from the promotions and all the amazing good shit you do for all these artists out here and all these local businesses and everybody else you're helping, how do you feel that you have evolved as a podcaster since you started doing all this 5 years ago?
Well, when I first started this, it was like a fart in the wind, man. Honest to God, it was something that was just something we were gonna try, and it turned out to be huge. And we just stayed with it. Now, I never thought that I would get a sponsor. I never, because I'm not an artist. You know what I mean? So when K&N Filters, when my dude stood up to me and said K&N Filters is up your alley, this is who we're gonna have sponsor your show, blah blah blah, and then blah 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 and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna get into the whole talk, but so I got a sponsor, something I thought I would never be able to do. You know what I mean? I thought this was going to be just it. Now, every time I go live and I share their shit, I get hooked up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to continue to share their lives along with my crew, and I'm going to make the sponsorship work. It's the beginning of many to come. You know?
All right. So to follow up with another question, are you happy with how the Nation of Elevation has evolved from where it has began?
I mean, yes. The Nation of Elevation itself, yes. The people that What up, Ben? The people that, like some of the guys that were involved, I wish were still involved. You know what I mean? And it happens that way. You can't be Mr. Nice Guy all the time, no matter who it is. If they're burning you, you gotta put some water on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that don't mean I ain't got love for you. I just can't trust you. But that's a different story. I'm not going there.
Don't have to. I was just so
Um,
you are happy with the way how it
I
started off as a weed
am
review.
ecstatic because I thought, I'll keep it real with you. I thought moving here was going to end the nation. And so did a lot of people. But my team kept pushing me like, no, man, no, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Teddy Loud from Loud Face Music Group plugged me in with Lagodi, Cody Crazy with Lagodi Entertainment. So that was enough to keep me moving. You know what I mean? Like now we're going again. We're going again. And going again. New year, new artist. I know for a fact that I got at least 16 new artist shows coming up.
And out of those 16 artists, which one are you the most excited to hop on the show with?
I can't tell you the names yet.
You can't tell me. Okay,
But
that's fair because the judging did just end.
Right. I'll tell you that I'm allowed to vote, I think, once for the wrap off. And I did vote for that guy.
Okay.
Have you ever interviewed anybody that already had a contract or is already up there, or somebody that has made it off the Nation of Elevation?
I don't know. I've interviewed so many people, and so many people say, "Oh, we got signed, we got signed, we got signed," and I'm not saying anybody in particular. You know who the fuck you are. The only thing they signed was their name on like probably court papers or some shit. No disrespect, but
so you say
a lot of artists would rather take the time to talk about it versus being about it. And I'm telling you, the labels I named, Lagodi Entertainment, Loudface Music Group, Hangar 18, Boom Click, you know, there's a handful of them that really go the distance. And I ain't got nothing but love for them. You go in the distance and you're putting in the work. That's why I'm advertising your music when I see it.
So you say you interviewed tons and tons and tons of people. Who has been the most interesting person you've met and interviewed?
The most interesting interview I did, because I was blinded, you know what I mean? And it's funny because wait till I tell you about this. So the most interesting interview I did was with King Chris. And he kept telling me about all these promoters, and you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to hear that shit, you know what I mean? I didn't know that was the ultimate goal, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. No. Well, just recently I hit him up, or I had a show with him, and he was hitting me with it again. And, you know, I let it lay for a couple of days, and then I hit up, you know, the management team over at North Coast Music Group, and it wasn't 2 or 3 days later that he hit me up with that offer. So because of King Chris and him being stubborn and pushing me, I got a promoter, K&N Filters. And so that's, you know, as far as the craziest show, you know what I mean? What was the question?
Who is the most interesting person you met and interviewed?
I've met a couple, but King Chris is at the top of the list, you know, and you know, we're gonna, yeah, I'd say it's King Chris.
If you could have if you could have any artist at all, any artist, famous or not, anybody on this podcast, who would it be?
I would like to sit down and smoke with Headmac again. That man preaches nothing but knowledge. If any artist gets the chance to work with Headmac over at the Stew, y'all better jump on that shit. That man is a genius. And again, I would probably like a show with. I'd do another show with Headmac. I would do a show with. I don't know. I'd like to do a show with Barack Obama. I think I could outsmoke him. Headmac, I don't think I could outsmoke him. He'd be smoking.
I hear a challenge being set here. I hear a challenge.
Oh, no, I got to get one challenge down at a time. And if you guys are a member of the Toledo Weed group, then you'll know what's going on. But with that being said, it's about me. But I don't know. There's a couple artists I would like in the Toledo area, or doesn't it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter, and it don't matter how famous they are either.
I'd like to do an interview with, like I said, Barack Obama, Headmac, and or Ice Cube. Them would be the ultimates for me.
So, what are some big things that we should be watching for from the Nation of Elevation coming with the 2024 year?
Hold on. Let me go grab my calendar. That was a good question.
Oh, you caught him off guard with that one.
I told him I had some big questions,
Gave him the warning.
2024. What's going on with the Nation of Elevation? 2024, the Nation of Elevation got sponsored. 2024, the Nation of Elevation is sponsoring the Rap Off. 2024, the Nation of Elevation is giving back. So I have to reschedule the artist that was supposed to be here today, and that's because of the Rap Off. But like next Friday, I got Major League. You hip to him? Oh boy, you better check him out. ML13. He's a fire ass artist. Then I got was Ben still in here? I got Ben Evans. On the 16th. And what up, Chris? Tattoo fucking Chris. And then I don't have anything scheduled. I think that I'm gonna highlight a business in Toledo, whether it be a store, a tattoo shop, bong shop. I'm gonna highlight a show. I'm gonna highlight a store every month.
Okay.
So my plan is to give back to the community 100% and from a distance.
All right.
What up, Chris? What up, Scott? Whoa.
I did have another follow-up question off of all what you just said, but it slipped my mind real quick.
Well, I got one to fire at him. What is the hardest, most difficult and he walks away?
I'm listening.
What is the hardest, most difficult, frustrating part of what you do with the Nation of Elevation?
Well, the hardest part of the Nation of Elevation is staying out the fucking drama. But the hardest part about setting up the Nation Elevation is 20 minutes before I go live, I probably smack. I probably smack like 4 or 5 bongs real quick because my nerves are a fucking mess. Because usually they're not so bad right now. But usually I'm dealing with someone new every week or every other week. Damn. So the hardest part about setup is not lifting my screen up on my computer, not pressing any key to join Restream or my Facebook. Air is the problem.
He can't breathe. He needs some milk.
So
help the man, would you?
Scott just said, sounds like you got a new set of lungs.
It sounds like it. I've been smoking this bitch heavy for the last 40 minutes. And like I said, you know, Tyler will be creating a Facebook page for the Nation of Elevation 2.0. And you guys will all get an invite to that. Expansion is real, you know what I mean? So we're on Facebook with a page now. We'll have badges, we'll have all that stuff. And I don't think for say we're gonna do a chat room with it. We all have inboxes. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of getting bothered on 3 different accounts where you can't get a hold of us on the chat, so you hit our inbox, you can't get a hold of us there, now you're texting us. We don't need that. We got inboxes. Just hit our inboxes up.
Oh, I got another question. I remembered it now.
Go ahead.
Because
I'll let you.
You did have been telling me personally, you know, what's in store that comes with the wrap off, how you're gonna have another mixtape drop in. When should we be watching out for that to start fully dropping?
Well, like I said, you sneaky motherfucker, you. Like I said, you know, as soon as the wrap, I'm getting ready to interview all these guys, the top 16 of the wrap off. And then after that, I'll be interviewing the guys, you know, that was
Have
there.
progressed to the next
Right.
level, basically.
I'll be interviewing them all, but the top 16, I think, is going on a CD and on a mixtape, and it'll be the No Fucks Given mixtape volume 2. And I would say March, April.
Okay.
That I'll have access. I'll have a better date for you around then.
So stay tuned. It might be on 420 in April.
Hey, and then wait.
No fucks goes.
Since we're talking about the No Fucks mixtapes,
is there any other merch No Fucks has got? Can I get a No Fucks coffee mug, bro?
Wait, man. Hold up. You're going too fast. One question at a time. I'll be high sometimes. So, what'd you just say to me, Tyler?
About the No Fucks Volume 2 mixtape.
Okay, so get it again, y'all motherfuckers can get the CD free, the mixtapes free when I have them. All you got to do is pay attention to the show. But anyway, so that one's already called for, the mixtape volume 2. I have the mixtape volume 1 right there, and that's got my theme song on it that I used for a long time. But I'm taking the hip hop, the rap off top 16, and I'm putting them on the No Fucks Given mixtape volume 2. But here's the kick. After that one's done, I'll start putting together a rock and country No Fucks Given mixtape. And then I'll start, so there's 2 more. Then I'll do a No Fucks Given reggae. Then I'll do a No Fucks Given just all out, where it's rap, rock, country, you know what I mean, all on one mixtape. So y'all just stay tuned. Y'all gonna like what's coming up. Y'all gonna enjoy the music because, my mind just, if I can't get into the song, I'll tell you honestly, it takes about, probably about 15 to 20 seconds for me to decide if I like a song or not. Is that crazy? Because the instruments, the beginning, and the first few words that they say will tell you if the song is something that you can vibe to or not. What up, Andrew? Or John? Yeah, it makes you know that you can vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just pop in Alanis Morissette and think that it's a vibing song. It's vibing music. You're going to ride around town beating to it and just vibing. You know what I mean? Not saying anything about her because she's a great singer. And you know what I mean? But as if you put in for, say, Mo Valetti or Teddy Loud, you put either one of them in and you can just push play on either one of them. And there's more than just them 2 in the city. These are just examples. You can vibe to them at any point. King Chris, Tempest Van Gogh, you know what I mean? Boom Click, them are all people you can vibe to. So if you're vibing to that, why wouldn't I make a different series of music for the crowd that I'm entertaining? Everything I do, I'm going to tell you, and this is a lifelong thing to me. I used to listen to my Uncle Drunkle say it. And
I remember Uncle.
He used to tell me, he's like, bruh, everything I do for a reason. I pre-think 3 things ahead of time. And I never caught on to that. So if he's doing this, he's already thinking about the next couple of few projects ahead of him. And I always think that with every thought comes another thought.
Life is a game of chess. Because with
Hell
chess,
yes, Scott.
you know,
all the way out here in Knoxville,
you always got to think about your next move. I liked that analogy with life.
Yeah,
So,
with every thought comes in. For example, every thought that we had, we put into that Nova. Who would have thought of putting Lambo doors on a 70 Nova SS? Who would have thought?
Mr. No Fucks did.
Who would have thought about putting copper on a motor? Who would have thought about filling that bitch up with TVs?
Yeah, that is one sexy car.
Who would have thought about writing on the quarter panels? Who would have thought about putting, nitrous in the back seat? It's. I mean, if
this car
my point ain't to decorate the car. That ain't my point. My point is that if you think it, there's no reason you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you asked me earlier where I was today from the beginning or something of that nature. My head is in the game now. You know what I mean? It's a hobby still, but my head is more into the game than it's ever been. The last 7 or 8 months of these shows have been real to me. You know what I mean? Like life learning shit. I went from hustling and making a little bit of money here and there to I don't have that option and I got my shows. So during these shows, I pay 100% attention. You know, the question you should have asked me was, do you go back and watch your own shows?
Well, I mean, I still have more questions.
Hey,
I
All right,
yeah, we ain't done asking, bro.
because you know I watch my shows 2 or 3 times after to make sure that everything went smooth and I didn't fuck up and you know what I mean. So yeah, I have a fan base, but I think I'm my biggest fan.
and
You know
there's
what I
nothing
mean?
wrong with that
Because
at all.
if I fail myself, I failed all of these guys following me. So I will not let myself nor anybody on my team ever fail if I can help it. Like I'm passive when it comes to stuff, you know what I mean? But if I think it's fucked up, I'm gonna put my foot down and tell you no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Um
Um,
I always put thought into everything I do. Like I said, there's if I'm thinking about something, I'm already thinking about something else also.
Now, going back to the wrap off, you said you're going to be interviewing the artists when the time comes for that.
Right.
When should we start be watching out for those interviews to start popping up?
Hold on, bro. I tagged the man himself. But actually, I believe and don't quote me on this because I don't know. None of these phones got the thing right in front of me. And I knew you were going to ask me questions about the wrap off, but it's
Well,
okay,
I mean, it's only fair to, seeing as you're one
right?
of the sponsors in it.
You're right.
So,
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I just fucked up by not putting the shit in the info in front of me. I ain't tripping. You're doing phenomenal. So the wrap off is they take so many artists and I don't know the money situation, but I'm sure they pay to enter so many songs into this contest, or, or however it works. And then instead of like a battle rap where I sit here and I cuss at you and tell you I'm gonna blow your toe off or whatever it may be, it's not like that. It's some of your best songs again, and they have a number in mind. I don't know. I know it's more than two, but I don't know. They take your best songs and verse them against my best songs, and the winner of that one goes up, and then they take the next song and then go from there. You know what I mean? And they just battle it all the way out to the top. Um, and the way the brackets work is fucking phenomenal. Like Brink TV, you guys have no idea. If you ain't hip to Brink TV, y'all need to go get hip. If y'all ain't out hip to Lagodi Entertainment, Lauren Badass and motherfucking Cody Crazy and Kenny and motherfucking uh uh fuck dude Nova man and fucking like bro, the list goes on high. So I'm sorry if I forgot your name over there at Lagodi Entertainment. I ain't forget it. I'm just high.
So
Um,
what decides what song is better? Is there a panel of judges or is it voted on?
so I'm not really sure how the judging works. That has nothing to do with me. But
Gotcha. Fair enough.
I will tell you that the people that I was listed as judges are huge, huge, huge in the music industry. Now, the one thing about the rap off that I think that is really fire is not only will you get a chance to perform in this and show that you're the best of the best, but you'll get to do that at the same fucking bar that they filmed Hustle and Flow in, where Ludacris got his ass kicked in the shitter. Do you remember that or not?
I've never seen the movie. I'll have to go watch it.
I
You
remember
gotta go
that.
watch it. We're gonna
Yeah,
have
gotta
a
go watch
follow
it.
up. We're gonna have a follow up test for these two on the Hustle and Flow.
That's as long as it's available on one of the streaming services that I have. If not,
If not, call me.
it,
I got a couple.
okay.
Yeah, I might need one.
I do know a website I can use. They've
But it's
got all that.
I think it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Now, I tried to fire off a question earlier, and you were talking about your fan base. Is there any no fucks merch? What if somebody wants a no fucks coffee mug? Is there anything like that available?
So, as my administration team, you guys should know that, I always come up with whatever I got to come up with. I do have merch on order. You guys can hit me up, tell me what you want. I have several logos to choose from. I have several sayings. I have all ready to be ordered. And if you're in the Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan area, you can get them within a week. But if you're down here in South, it's going to take a minute because they have to be sent from the North. And Tyler, Mr. Ty right there, Mr. Ty the Berserker. Make sure if you guys are on Twitch, you guys go look that name up. Make sure you follow him for sure.
I do know to help answer on that question, Mike. Me and Dave have been discussing once like the fan base and like the group gets up, we're gonna talk about opening up like an online store so people can just place their orders there.
Nice.
And then we get it. We know what we got to order for them and all that.
Right. So now what you do is you just hit myself or Tie up and we can get you right. You need a coffee cup, hit me up. We'll figure out how much they cost and we'll get you one. The coffee cups would probably be of the new low. I don't fucking know, man. I like the hand smoke holding the blunt that says Nation of Elevation 2.0. So maybe we'll put that on cups. I don't know. So you guys know my logos. You know what I got in my pictures available. Anything that's in my pictures, Nation of Elevation available. That is artist related. We can. I'm sure I gotta make sure, but Ty's gotta make sure that we can get anything of that. Maybe I can get yours and my picture put on a cup. I don't know. Just put in your orders if you think it. I guess we're gonna figure it out.
Like I said, like I had said in the beginning, hit me up if you've got a request for anything, and I'll talk to Dave, and we will make it happen. So if there's a special merch thing you guys want to see for the Nation of Elevation,
I'll make it happen.
Let us know.
Yeah, that is my coordinator.
I mean, of course, he's the Wizard of Weed.
That guy. Yeah, no, yeah, that guy. That guy right there.
Yeah, that guy right there.
Yep. So merch, you guys know we can get merch if you guys think of something. Hoodies, I'm sure hoodies ain't no big deal. But like we're gonna work on that. Just know that hit our inboxes up. Mine or Tyler's, and tell us what you would like to see our logo on, and we will see if we can make it happen. That's for now. That's the best I can do because we do have a lot of custom shit that can be made that we're definitely not going to interest or we're not going to post because that's going to be for our fan base eye only. So if you when
Right.
Tyler gets this Facebook set up, just know that there's going to be a section for just the fans of the page and the followers in our store group, but everything else will be available to the world. And know that once we start merch, I will be doing one of one hoodies. So, and I'm not going to be selling them. No, sir. On Ty's page, Ty the Berserker on Twitch. You get on there, yeah, you'll have a chance to win one of these hoodies once we start the merch going. You get on my page on the Facebook. You ain't even got to follow me on Facebook. Go follow the page. You know what I mean? That's enough to get you watching and seeing what we're doing, and know that we're not just interviewing artists. That's what I do. That's what I do. But like Mike, for example, Mike's going to interview when he starts his shows. He's going to do small businesses, locally owned businesses for a while until he gets the hang of it, and then he's going to go into something else. Ty's going to do whatever the hell he wants because he's the coordinator. Russ is going to stand right next to me like he has been for all these years, even before the Nation of Elevation, and tell me how I'm doing the right thing or I'm not doing the right thing or I'm fucking up. And you know what I mean? That's what Russ's job is in the Nation. Because he is, without him, there's no pushing me. You know what I mean? He keeps telling me, like, hey, bro,
grand wise one.
Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. That's Russ's job. What up, Nick? So, I guess when it comes to why I do what I do, I do what I do because it's the give back to me. I always said, and it's great that I have an opportunity right now to make a couple of bucks, to get maybe some of the money I got invested back. You know what I mean? That's dope. But it's never, I can sing you just about every Teddy Loud song. I can sing you about every King Chris song. I can sing you a handful of Val's Vicious song. There's just Tempest Van Gogh. I sing a handful of his songs. You know what I mean? Like I have my favorites, and each and every one of us do our own thing. You know what I mean? And that's why I said, you guys, for example, you're going to be promoting your thing or whatever you decide to do on whatever day. And I'm going to be still doing my shows where Mike says, hey, I need a little more practice. We're about to interview Ty. Oh fuck. Okay, let's do it. You know what
That'd be
I mean?
interesting.
Well, damn, I
Oh,
didn't know that was an option.
but you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Um, whatever it is, I keep telling Ty if and I'm not gonna get into anybody's personal business, but if one of us failed, we all fail. We one of us didn't fail, we all failed. There's plenty of us between Russ, myself, y'all. You know what I mean? My cousin Rick, and my guys over at North Coast. That there's no way we should fail. No way.
All right, I got another question for you. You keep naming off all these labels you've, worked with, you've interviewed people and all that. Out of all these labels, which one has to be your favorite one to work with?
It's funny.
And let me
I don't
clarify the question. I don't mean asking it like which one would you prefer to work with all the time and disrespect the other
know.
one. What one has been your favorite
So
one that you've worked with so far?
during this whole journey, you meet people that are friends, and then you meet people that are friends and become family. And I built a bond with a guy named D Boy with In the Gym Entertainment. And I don't remember what happened. It was we got in an argument or something. Something happened. And we just went our own ways. You know what I mean? Every now and then we talk, and it is what it is. If I could fix any bond that I had, that would be the one. Now, the most. So ask me the question again.
It was with all the record labels you have worked with and collaborated with and all that and had on the show, which one would had be your favorite?
All right. Well, so I've worked with quite a few. I've been in some videos. I've been in one John South video. I've been in a King Chris video. I've been in a Flint Heem and Tez video. Uh, I've been in a couple of Bars Maze video. So you know, rest in peace, Bars Maze for first and foremost. Um, you always take something from heart. You know what I mean? You always take some of this in and you put a piece of it in your heart. And it's crazy because my grandmother used to tell me if you live by the gun, you're going to die by the gun. You live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. And growing up, I'm like, man, you be watching too much of that motherfucker trying to pull the rock out the sword out the rock. She's like, shut up. So as I got older, all that shit started making sense to me. I'm in and out of jail. So at this point, I'm living against the law because I can't keep my ass out of jail. You know what I mean? So as I get older, I realize that something's got to change. And I didn't know how to change it. I didn't know how to change the vicious cycle that I was in. So I got some act right. I got sent to prison for a year for child support. Make that make sense. But I met Donnie there, and that's a good friendship there. But when I got out of prison, shit had to change. I wasn't trying to go back there. That wasn't sweet. That wasn't sweet. So when I got out, I went and started working with my pops at the flea market. I had 3 months of parole I had to walk through. That's 3 visits without getting in no trouble. So I went and worked at the flea market. Me and my dad did this until I was a couple of months behind him, but from beginning to end. And made a fuck ton of money on the way. And when he sold all that, I was bored. There was nothing else that I was bored. You know what I mean? Like nothing excited me. Like, man, something's got to give. Well, it turned out that I heard I think it was Jason Cascadden. Or maybe it might have been, it was one of the guys in Hell's Kitchen. But anyway, it brought my love back for the underground music. My mom, when she got her license, she was a little older. And listening to her all the time, rock out to Bob Seger, the Country Channel, what is it, K100. It really gave me the love for music that I think there's enough in here. There's enough in here. It gave me the love of music that, grab my phone. The love of music that it brought me where I'm at today. You know what I mean? Like, okay. What?
You heard me, motherfucker. You took my shit.
I broke more.
You fucking took my shit. So when I take your shit that's broke up, it's your fucking fault. So quit taking my shit.
There's someone here for you.
There ain't nobody fucking here for me.
There is.
All right.
All right. So I got another question for you, and this is.
Hold on. Do you have any questions for them for me?
No.
All right. If you do, just jump on there because Ty's asking him. He ain't giving no fucks.
You said this was an interview about you, so I done asked my questions about the nation. Now we're gonna start asking a little more personal stuff because you said it's about you. So I like asking this question to people because you learn a lot about someone when you ask them this question. If you could sit down with any person from any time period, who would it be and why would it be?
Any person or any artist?
Anybody in the world from any time period.
That's a tough one. I would have to say that I would want to sit down with like Barry White, the Temptations, you know that like the Temptations for sure. Detroit music, the 50s and 60s era. Like everybody thinks not. Here's the kicker, and Mike knows this, but everybody would think that my go-to music is rap. Do you agree?
I would have thought that, yeah.
It's not
Nope.
actually. My choice of music is really Detroit music, like Motown. I love the underground music, and I jam it out. But if I'm by myself and I'm just in the car vibing, I'm listening to like the Temptations or Marvin Gaye or Aretha Franklin, or you know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on and on because I'm a big, huge fan of Motown. Where did music come from? Where did the soul of music come from? The same place they make them motherfucking Fords.
Okay.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Now, if it wasn't music related, who would it be?
Not music related and like not on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to sit down and have one more conversation with my grandmother.
Okay. What about you, Mike? I'm gonna spring this question on you too.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that one, but huh.
That's a tough one.
Man, I would have to say Dead or Alive, right?
Don't matter.
That dead or alive from any time period.
Nikola Tesla, man.
I would
Nikola
have to say
Tesla.
the same thing because that man knew the secrets of life that no
Yes.
one really understood. He had a diagram out there to for basically free electricity where you pulled the electrons out of the air itself. There were
Yep.
no power grids or any of that. Yeah. And his famous saying is one of my favorite quotes ever. To understand the true meaning of life, you have to look at sound and light and vibrations.
Can I keep it real with you though? I don't even care if he's watching or not. Someone, my family don't believe in a lot of stuff that I do, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But one thing for sure is my brother stood behind me and pushed and told me, "Oh, check this artist out and do this, do that, do that." So my brother was a lot of coaching too. So I can't say that just me and Russ and because it was before it was anybody. It was me and Russ and a couple of people going live. Ah, man. Go ahead with your next question.
If you want to talk, you're more than welcome. Is there anything in life that you regret the most?
The most fucked up thing I did was I caught a felony. If I if and there's some things I regret, but the felonies were the worst for me because they don't just go away. They're stuck with you for life and they make it difficult for life to work. I never stole anything. You know what I mean? So that's not an option. I was a pothead and you know what I mean? It is what it is.
So
If you could
if
meet if
go
you
ahead,
could meet
Mike.
your teenage self, would you have any advice?
What?
If you could meet your teenage self, would you have any advice?
Stay on the other side of the tracks, go to school, do the right thing. I definitely would. The same thing that I shot to my kids. You know what I mean? I was an idiot. And I don't blame anybody. I can't blame my mom. I can't blame my dad. I can't blame my brother. I can't blame my girl. I can't blame Ty. I can't blame you for the dumb shit that I did. You know what I mean? Because the dumb shit that I did is what and who I am. You know what I mean? I built my, like, okay, I went out there and I got caught with some weed, and then I got in a fight over here, and then I got into some trouble over here, and then whatever and whatnot. Right? We're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't blame anybody for that because I make my own mistakes. I'm a grown ass man, and them grown ass man mistakes is what molded and made me who I am today. So you know, when I was hanging out in the gym with them guys and in the cage and shit, all that shit, and when I was playing sports and when I was running the streets and getting in trouble, stealing bicycles as a kid and whatnot, I had piles of bicycles in my backyard. I did that. Not my mom and dad. My mom and dad were cool ass parents. You know what I mean? They're dope. I mean,
What Mike asked kind of correlated with what I was about to ask. If you had the chance to go back and change anything from your past, would you? Or would you just let everything go the way it is so you continued to have so you had the knowledge you have today?
That life experience.
I don't think changing anything from my past would do anything or any harm to my future. I'm very open about my cases. You know what I mean? I'm very open. You ask, and I'll tell you, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You can even look, it's public information. I'm a goddamn pothead.
I think we all are.
I think we all fall under that category.
And you know, I may or may not have one time gotten into a disagreement and beat somebody up pretty bad, but I didn't get. It wasn't. It is what it is.
So I got another question.
But I don't think I would change anything.
I got one too.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
So, is there any secret talents that you have?
I can hit a whole bunch of dabs in a row. Sure say, like, there ain't no dabs around here. When I come back, I'm going to go live and I'm going to smoke a whole bunch of dabs. And you guys are going to be like, oh, that's a talent. But no, what are you thinking about?
I was just wondering if you had any like special talents. Like, I just started learning I can Mongolian throat sing.
Say it again.
That's metal as shit, man.
I said I just found out that I can Mongolian throat sing.
It's a precursor to metal growling.
I haven't fully learned that, but I've got the aspect of the Mongolian throat singing.
That's where it starts. So actually, I know the answer to this one, Dave, but I just want to hear it. You ever put your hands on a police officer?
We might have shaken hands once or twice.
Yeah.
see. Two.
This Northern Lights is getting to me.
So, Mike, yes. So I'll tell you a story, a good story. Fun fact about no fucks. I got a fucking hair on my nose. It's driving me butt shit crazy. But anyway, so me and these four guys were on our bicycles and we're riding through the park on our bicycles. This is a fun fact 'cause I don't even think Mike or Tyler knows this. But I'm riding our bikes and I'm on this piece of shit fucking bike and the other guys are laughing at me. We stop at this bench and we're sitting on this bench. Dude throws a rock down and smokes my brother, one of the people. And so I carry the bikes up the hill and the same guy that got hit's like, don't do it. And I said, look, if this motherfucker looks back, I'm socking him. I'm like, bro, if you look back, I'm socking you. And he looked back and said, it's a free, and it was over with. So I whooped his ass. I whooped his boy's ass. This chick tiger striped me in the face. She might have got hit.
Might have.
It was
are rated
bad.
E for everybody.
The next day, I'm at home and we go for a ride, and then all of a sudden the park rangers are at my house. So they come over, they take their statements and whatnot. They leave. And they come back and they're looking for me, and I dip off here, dip off there. I kept dipping off on them. Me and my mama got in an argument, and she called the cops on me, and they were already on my ass. So there was their invite. Now they knew I wasn't in the house. Well, I'm running through the neighborhood and I wound up catching, that little assault on an officer. I was a kid. And it was that one went away. Thank God. But I beat the brakes off of 9 of them, eight of them anyway. I was 17 or 18, 19. I was 19, 18 or 19. I just turned 18 or some shit. Kevin might have just turned 18. I don't fucking know. But one of the guys, listen, this is what's fucked up. I had to pay for a watch that I broke, right? One of the guys that got hit in the face, he had to go do a year of weekends. For a whole year, he had to go lock himself up for every weekend. Fucked, and he didn't really do shit but he took the brick. You know what I mean? So, like, you defended, would I change anything? No, I'm still yelling. I ain't changing shit. I'm happy with who I am and who I've become.
Okay.
Good stuff. Yeah. I think that kind of wraps up my end of the interrogation.
Mine too. I really don't have any more questions.
All right. Well, with that being said, both of you guys stay on here when we get off the live. Don't leave. With that being said, y'all, there's a little bit about no fucks that you didn't know, and there was some good questions involved in that. because I've been interviewed quite a few times, and some of the questions get real. Y'all never know what you're about to go through until you sit down and think about every question and put yourself in every question that's asked, and you got to remember that situation. That's how you know you lived a great life. I don't like the question popped up. Do you regret anything in your life that you have done? I only regret getting caught.
They didn't see it. You didn't do it.
But like, I'm dealing with something on my Facebook about a guy who cracked another guy with a shovel, punched him in the face or whatnot, and cracked him in the face with a shovel or in the head with a shovel or something. And and I'm going to use myself as a bad example. Like, for example, this guy I hit you in the face. I punched you in the face and hit you with a shovel. And the only thing you've done, or whoever's done, was a pedophile walking down the street with a shovel. That's what all the evidence says that's wrote down on the police report. You know what I mean? It didn't say nothing about dude being a pedophile. It didn't say nothing about anything that dude was doing other than walking down the street. Now, you and I both know that things happen for a reason. You're just not going to go out there and punch somebody and take their shit. Whatever happened, happened. But the guy that hit him was obviously guilty at that very moment, whether he's still guilty in jail or whatever. He was still guilty at that moment for striking that dude. Whether the pedophile thing was really an issue but dude, his people say that they came up to the crib, that dude came up to the crib with a shovel, and I have no reason to believe them. I mean, no reason not to believe them. But I do have, oh yeah.
I'll be getting shit on my face.
But yes, ma'am, thank you. You coming in here?
No.
All right. But I do have reason to believe that, and I looked into this before I said anything. I do believe that if this incident would have played out in the dwelling of the house, the cards would have went different. You know what I mean? But because this incident happened outside, the media,
it's in the public domain and all that.
The media is gonna automatically put the evil post on this person. Like, I know this dude. I know him pretty well.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I saw your post. I did read the actual article too. And I did read the comments, what was said, but also at the same time, this guy made his decision on what he was going to do.
So do you believe that because Tommy,
I'm not saying, just because the supposed pedophile shouldn't have got his ass beat. I believe, the cure for pedophilia is a 45 caliber.
You know if this guy was just walking down the street with a shovel over his head, how did you know he was a pedophile?
I mean, the sex offender registry is also public domain.
You're right, but I mean,
but if this happened at night, like right now, it's pitch black outside. I'm from Toledo. I know what Toledo streets look like at night.
How would you have known he was a pedophile?
Unless you personally knew him. personally knew him or have seen him before, you ain't picking him out at night would be kind of hard. Unless you lured him there. But I'm not saying they did that.
There's that too, but I'm not convinced.
But at the same time, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't do the crime and then expect sympathy from people because you got caught doing something you already knew was illegal.
Big facts. Huge facts.
And I'm sorry, I know that this will probably offend a lot of people, but when I see people posting free my homie or whatever, and their homie's in there for a very serious crime like killing someone or something, why would you want to free them? You didn't sit there and try to stop them from committing that crime there that got them put in that predicament in the first place.
Right.
So hold on.
Because to me, that seems like a lot of that opens up that fake friendship.
Was the guy a pedophile, or is he just suspected pedophile?
So far, from what I've read, the victim that got beat up, his identity is being covered right now. But as soon as it becomes in the public domain, it's going to be verified or not if dude was a pedophile, because people are going to go straight to the registry.
Right.
But because he's a victim, they're not going to release his name anyway.
Yeah, they're not going to release his identity.
But
not till after the sentencing and all that.
They probably, it'll be on the paperwork.
Ooh, what you smashing out over there?
Tacos.
Oh.
Hell yeah. But so, looking over here and reading this, is if you were a pedophile and someone deliberately went and whooped your ass, knowing that you was a pedophile or gay, for say, that's a hate crime.
The gay thing I can see being a hate crime. The pedophilia shit,
it's a hate crime because you deliberately knew that I fucked up somewhere down the line and I went and did my time and you beat my ass again.
But the thing that comes with the pedophilia stuff is
I'm not defending.
Not everyone has to register for life. Some of them, like public indecency. You get caught pissing in public, you have to register as a sex offender.
Why are you laughing, Mike? What happened?
You don't remember at the Toledo bus station?
What happened, Mike?
I stepped behind that thing, took a piss, doing my belt up, turn around, there's a cop staring at me, shaking his head.
Like, to me,
you went to jail for that.
Yeah, and nowadays you get registered as a pedophile for it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was something stupid. Like, you could be pissed drunk walking home from the bar because you didn't want to catch a DUI, so you're walking home. You stop and piss in someone's yard or something, or piss behind your trash can when you get home, and next thing you know, you're being called a pedophile over it.
So
I walked around the corner. The cop followed me to see what the fuck I was doing, and I didn't know it. But I wasn't trying to sexually offend anybody. I was just trying to take a piss.
It was at the Orange bus station in Toledo, the TARDIS station.
Oh.
So, okay. Let's reverse the role.
But hang on, let me finish what I was saying real quick.
Go ahead.
With the pedophilia stuff, I don't believe that should be a hate crime. Because 9 times out of 10, a pedophile reoffends.
Yeah, you're right.
Very, very few of them actually stop their little sick, twisted
So
sickness,
And
whatever. I don't know.
if
I
you're a
have no
convicted
remorse.
pedophile, you know you're a target. You know you made yourself a target.
Yeah, you knew the consequences. You knew that child was a minor.
so
I don't feel no
I
remorse
know a
for
rapper.
pedophiles.
I know a rapper, and he was a damn good rapper. Who I don't know all the circumstances, but he was convicted of some kind of sexual crime against a minor, maybe.
And I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
I get there
oh no,
are some
he's
people
still.
who are wrongfully convicted of shit like that too.
I don't give a fuck.
But, either way,
I'm not the judge.
you
But
should
if
have
you did
known
that,
better before even trying to put yourself in that kind of a position.
if you did that, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly. But at the same time, if you didn't, I hope the truth actually does come out. Because, being wrongfully convicted of something really destroys you as a person. I have
Until
a
then,
man, I have a friend that's in prison right now. He was convicted of murdering his girlfriend's daughter. You might have heard about it over on the east side. No one in his family believes he did it. There after he was convicted, his attorney just railroaded him in this fucking trial. Did not help him at all. The child's biological father came and visited him his first week in his actual prison home. He got 25 to life with possibility of parole in 15. Yeah. But when he got to his official home in the prison system, the little girl's father actually came and visited him, sat down and had a conversation with him. The
wow,
little girl's father doesn't even believe he did it.
wow.
After the case was closed, new evidence came in that would have basically flipped the whole case.
And he's still in there chilling.
Because they won't reopen the case. They won't appeal the case or anything right now.
How
And
long?
he's been in it 3 years since 2018. 5 years.
So he could probably appeal it now. It's been long enough. After 5, you can appeal it.
Yeah, it just a super fucked up situation.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And we'll put it this way, the mom went from living on the east side, government assistance, Section 8 housing, on PIP, everything, to now she owns her own house out in Perrysburg.
How's that happen?
Because she had life insurance on her daughter. A little
Yeah, it sounds
ironic.
suspicious to me.
A little ironic. What's even more ironic was I don't think she had life insurance on her older son. How do you have life insurance on one kid but not the other? There were so many things that threw red flags to me that the court system just overlooked. They just wanted someone to be convicted of this heinous crime.
Right.
Wow.
And the only reason he was put in that predicament to begin with was he got off work. It was his next 2 days off, and he got blackout drunk that night. So
Awesome.
because he has no recollection of the night, they can only go based off of what his girlfriend said.
Right.
Damn.
So fucked up.
That is.
That's crazy.
I mean, it happens in every state in this nation now.
All right. Y'all, I'm gonna turn the podcast off and I'm gonna you guys don't get off of here. Y'all, it's been real and it's been fun. And I'm sure that the questions will be coming in off of here. If you guys have a question, just know that I do check them. Just make sure to tag me in it so I check that.
Keep them coming.
See that one. With that being said, is Ty, Metal Mike, myself, David No Fucks, Nation Elevation. We out this bitch. Y'all heard me?
Peace out.